Asgcoke Ariambare social media series where he uses influences of the Amabhinqa fashion, the fashion and style influencer who's also known as Izinkabi, is recently partnered with Brentwood. Brentwood. Lebona lapha naka my lapha ya. DJ Kabza the Small also loves them Brentwoods. So he's in the studio with us. Bafana, hello.
How are you guys?
How you, man?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Have you ever met?
No, but I know who you are.
You know who I am. Yeah. I'm Venda. Yeah, I'm Venda. Yes. Yeah, we've never met. So you're from the township?
Yeah.
Okay.
Soweto.
Oh, where in Soweto?
Orlando East.
Oh, Orlando East.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I went past Orlando East yesterday, but I couldn't see Orlando East because there was load shedding.
Crisis.
No, I couldn't see.
You couldn't see it?
But because there was load shedding. Okay. So it was too dark.
What time was it? What time was it?
In the evening.
Oh, yeah.
In the evening. So what are the popular places in Orlando East?
Which ones are you looking for specifically?
I don't know. Just tell me a place where everybody goes to.
Everyone goes to?
Yes.
Well, I don't actually...
How far are you from the stadium?
I'm like 5 minutes walk from the stadium.
So why don't you mention the stadium of the Sea Rockers?
Orlando Stadium?
Yeah? Are you a Kaizer Chiefs fan?
Well, I'm an Orlando Pirates fan.
Yeah, so you must mention Orlando Stadium.
But my issue is that you're not actually specific with those spaces that people are actually looking for. Like if it's food spaces, entertainment.
I see. You're coming with township mentality in the suburbs. Stop it. Anyway, good to have you on the show, man, and nice to meet you. So tell us about the birth of Asgcoke series.
The birth of Asgcoke series. How Asgcoke started, it was influenced by the Get Ready With Me videos that are actually available online. Like everyone is doing these Get Ready With Me videos. But when I actually went online to actually look at the subcultures of South Africa, I did not see anyone doing Amapanzula, Ikotane, and Amabhinqa, and
Matanda Kitchen.
Right?
Matanda Kitchen.
I've already done that already.
I need to have that. But don't make me look like Trumpis. I'm good at Trumpis.
So the bet started when I didn't actually see the subcultures being appreciated online. And the initial plan was to actually celebrate all South African subcultures from Amapanzula. And I started with Amabhinqa. But when I was sitting down, I noticed that Amabhinqa actually have like a huge range of style that you can play around with, as opposed to other fashion subcultures that we have in the country, like Ikotane as well as Amapanzula. And that was the bet of Asgcoke. And also I actually love the Amabhinqa subculture. It's actually broad.
So that's what basically fascinates you about Amabhinqa, ne?
It was the fashion. It was the way they actually the way they're respected in public. And how I also wanted to change the narrative of how they actually perceive in the public, because the minute that you see Amabhinqa, the first thing that people think about is violence. In most cases, they refer to them as Inkabi and all these Inkabi, and they also put them in a category where they feel like these people are actually violent. And my approach was to actually flip the script and change the thing in the narrative.
Yeah. So for someone who's not familiar with Amabhinqa, how would you describe their style?
How will I describe their style? You must have a Brentwood in your wardrobe. That's the beginning point. You must have a Brentwood in your wardrobe, and it's actually a very neat and clean style. And
possibly that I'm old school. What do you call it? That top that does not have arms. What do you call it? In a leopard.
A vest? The item that you should have in your wardrobe.
That's the first one. If you don't have that one,
then
that vest in a leopard, you're not part of the culture.
Exactly.
And talk to us more about your partnership with Brentwood. What are your roles and responsibilities?
My roles and responsibilities with the partnership is to actually continue showcasing the fashion side, because when they actually the brand actually came forward to me, while what they've specified was that there's a lot of ranges that they have,
Yes.
and a lot of items that they have in their collection, but a lot of people only know the golfers as well as the pants, and my role is just to showcase how vast and the brand is, and with all the items that they actually provide.
I mean, how popular is Brentwood? I mean, I know for a fact that when I was growing up, I was born in Meadowlands, very popular. I'm relocated to Pimville. Brentwood was very popular. Is it relevant? Still relevant up to this day? Because I also think, before you respond, is where do you buy it? Because I mean, you're not gonna walk in Mall of Africa or Sentin City and find someone selling a Brentwood. Do you know what I mean?
True. How relevant it is? There are regions where it's popular, it's relevant, like in KZN. It's still relevant and still popular. In other regions, I wouldn't lie. I do see it now and then in other regions, but I think that's my role to actually try and bring it back and make it popular again, because we cannot lie. These pens are really cool. I'm actually wearing ones right now.
So you guys must recruit Kabza the Small, I think he's one of the people, he wears it, he wears them, on social media, and it proudly so. So maybe that's one person that you should, approach. If there's no budget, just give him clothes for free.
Exactly.
As dog, as fire, because clearly Muta loves the, Brentwood, which I still think is really cool and really nice. And talk to us about, what inspired the name Izinkabi.
What inspired the name Izinkabi?
Because I mean, to someone, the way that it sounds, Izinkabi.
As in like,
but the way that it's written is EAZY Nkabi.
Yeah. What inspired the name was that going back to flipping the narrative and changing the script. What I wanted to do was to actually get people to a position of not being narrow-minded or stereotyped about the subculture or a person being called Inkabi. And I actually sat down and found out what it meant to me, finding a way of realizing what it means to me, because I cannot call myself by something that I don't actually understand.
Yeah, true.
And it went back to spaces I've been influenced when it comes to fashion and as a person. Growing up, I used to take taxis at North, and I used to take taxis at Bree. And the name to me, it's an acronym that stands for North Kings and Bree Icons, which are the people that actually inspired me to dress the way I dress. And that was the birth of the name. But I couldn't just say Nkabi because that name was already taken. A lot of people the handle was already taken, and I needed to be like, okay, cool. Let me be the cool Nkabi. Let me be the one that's actually different. And that's why I decided to say Easy with a double E-Z-Y instead of just Easy the way it is.
Very smart, very smart. It's Radio 2000. It's the Glen Super Drive. It's a Friday. It's 15:49. It's Fashionable Friday. Chatting to a homie here, Bafana Mthembu, also known as Izinkabi, fashion and style influencer. So, is content creation your only gig?
No, I have a full-time job.
I have
a full-time job, yes. I have a full-time job. I'm a senior creative at DNA Brand Architect.
Oh, okay.
So...
do you get benefits there?
Do I get... What type of benefits?
Benefits, Pella. People who have a full-time job, they'll tell you about house allowance, car allowance, policies, etc., etc.
Well, I'm happy.
Okay.
That's all that matters. I'm happy.
You just take a lump sum.
No.
Okay.
No. I do have benefits, and I'm happy. It's a good agency. They've been treating me quite well.
Okay. So how long have you been with the agency?
For 4 years now.
Okay. What exactly do you do there?
I'm a senior creative, so what I do is if you have a problem as a brand, you come to us, and I come with creative ideas of how to solve your problems.
Okay, I have a lot of problems.
Please come to us. We'll solve them for you.
Oh, you're going to charge me top there. Is the Amapinga style your everyday wear, or is it for special occasions?
It's my everyday wear. It's my everyday wear, and if you go back and look at my social media, I've always been inspired by the Zulu subcultures, and it's my everyday wear. It's unfortunate that back in the days I was not having access to clothes, and I was not working a good job to be able to afford some of the items. So it's an everyday wear, but how I wear it, I flip the script because I just want to show people how versatile these pants can be. So when you put a typical binger and you put me, because on social media people call me the Woolworths Binga. So when you put a typical Binga person and myself, you will see like a difference, because how I come in is I want to show people how they can actually wear these pants differently, not in just in one way wearing them, So yeah, that's where I'm actually.
You wear them
at.
with a moccasin.
I wear them with like
secret socks, but secret sock, but you can still see it.
Exactly.
Like they call it a secret sock, but hey, one big out till the bottom you see, hey, there's a secret sock, a red one. Okay, so I mean, this inspiration obviously comes from people in the hostels, right? Have you ever been to a hostel? Because I grew up going to playing for Nensfield Hostel. I also played with the guys at the Meadowlands Hostel, Dube Hostel, because I don't know, for some reason I loved going there and I loved playing with them.
I have been, and I do have friends in some of the hostels around Soweto.
Okay.
So I have been, and I think me being exposed to those places actually inspired on how I actually narrate the story. Exactly. So I have been there because I think it's quite important for me to go to these places to understand the culture deeply, because I think for what I know right now, I think there's more into the subculture.
Yeah.
And me going to these places, it's I need to like learn more about their culture and understand certain terms that they use, because as much as yes, I can dress like a Benga and I love the subculture, I still need to understand fully about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm also representing the subculture.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you do such interviews and we ask you to explain, then you get lost. Like, asking me too many questions. So you were nominated as content creator at the South African Traditional Music Awards. Did this come to you as a sign of being embraced by Amabing?
It came to me as that sign, and it also came to me as a challenge to me to actually go on and represent the subculture, because more than me just representing it, I also wanted to live in other certain platforms and just social media. I also have plans of dreams and aspirations of having this be documented, and for me being nominated for that, it was a wake-up call to say there's really something that you are doing that people actually are interested in, so you just need to find out more about the subculture and represent it.
Excellent. And what's your future in the content creation space? Because I love that space. You know, a lot of my friends get upset when we're watching TV or YouTube, because YouTube has these ads, but I'll still watch them. And people get upset. Why do you watch ads? And I say, because I appreciate the creativity behind the ads. I watch ads, like literally I would stop and rewind an ad, because I work in a creative space, and I really love it when other people are creative. Yeah.
So my futures in the content creation space is to not stop up until there's documentaries and there's people who have started the subculture, because I didn't start it. I found it there, and I just happen to have a voice online. And my plans is to have this content be a documentary, so that people can have information they can go to and revisit and say, okay, fine, here's a subculture that is South African, and it has all these other passion points, that is music, fashion, choreography, because it's not just dressing up. I think if you go attend Maskandi artist festivals, you would actually be exposed to a large number of them attending those. And I think my plans for content creation is to have this live beyond one platform, which is social media, and have to be in other platforms where people are going to actually appreciate it and celebrate it.
Okay. Please make sure when you go back, when you dress up, don't forget to buy yourself a pointer leather jacket.
I have one.
Yeah, one just below the breast. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you must get yourself a pointer jacket. Then you'll be complete. You'll be complete. Because I know the culture. I know the culture. Thank you so much, man. And all the best moving forward. And thank you so much for coming through to the studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, pleasure. There you go. 424 Radio 2000 Fashionable Friday. That was our guest, Bafana Mthembu, also known as Izinkabi. What's your handle?
At Izinkabi.
At Izinkabi?
Yes, it's at Izinkabi. That's it. It's double EZY.
Okay.
NKABI.
Okay, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Instagram.
Then Instagram.
What?
Twitter. Then on Instagram. Twitter,
okay. I'll follow you today, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having
All
me.
the best. There you go. 424.
Hello?
My name is David Mashabela from Radio 2000. What's your name? Born. I'm going to give you 9,250 rands if you don't mind. You're the winner of this cash prize. Is that okay?
Thank you.